he goes past Michelle Obama. He goes to Lil' Kim because that's where he is in his life. When he saw you, Michelle Obama, right? He said, I can't afford you. You're too much for me. I look at you and I see success. I see a future and you're not a match for me. So I'm gonna go over here to Lil' Kim because I'm not worth nothing. But he's gonna go to the Lil' Kim because that's what he feels he is in life.
Here you go. Okay. You know I went to that discussion and I told you a little bit about it.
Yes.
And you know
How do you feel?
How do I feel? There was certain things he said that I did agree with, and there's other things I was just like, you know, like everybody, like certain things are subjective. You know, everybody has an opinion about what you should do, like within dating. So, and what you should expect also. But for me, you know, I just took it as experience. But I know, like, whoever God has for me, He has for me, and it's just going to be the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, and I told you how it was, and I told you the manual, which we have right here, the manual that I got from the discussion, and it was
Like going in, what did you were expected to hear, or whatever he said? Was it like you heard that before, but that's not really how you feel about dating, or what were you trying to get out of it?
I think what I was trying to get out of it was basically trying to figure out a man's perspective of what to do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. What was
Thank
that?
you. This is a deep fried. This is spicy girl.
Got it. Iced tea. Yeah. Can I have you have cranberry juice? No cranberry juice? What else do you have?
Soda and a Snapple.
Oh, no. Lemonade. You have lemonade though. No. Oh, you don't have lemonade? Do you have lemonade iced tea? Lemon iced tea. Gosh. You have. Can I have sweet and iced tea? Sweet iced tea?
No, this you don't have the bottle.
Okay, Snapple, right?
Yeah.
So can I have one too? Thank you. Yeah, I'm like lemonade. No, but basically, I just felt like I was just trying to hear a man's perspective about dating. You know, like his perspective of what
is dating?
Yeah, what it's about.
Yeah, especially with guys.
You know, for single women. So that's why I went.
But
that's why I went. Yeah,
but the information you got, was it like okay, or was it like?
Yeah, there was some things I was like okay,
but
you know, like when he had mentioned the whole like you know, like how a guy will bypass, you know, the quote unquote Little Kim, and then I'm sorry, the guy will bypass the quote unquote Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
but then
go talk to
Little Kim.
Yeah.
So when I heard his perspective and how like guys they don't feel worthy enough for the Michelle Obama. At that time, no, it was just like, okay, that was confirmation. Because you know how we always feel sometimes like guys are intimidated with us and by us, and that's why we're single, because we don't really, we don't really settle for less. And if it's not God's best, then I don't want it. Oh yeah, we gotta pray. You have to pray over this food. Okay. Lord, bless this food that we're about to receive, making nourishing to our body. In Jesus' name, amen. You know, if it's not God's best, then I don't want it.
Yeah. I know.
And you're like that too, please.
Yeah. I know I'm picky.
Yeah.
It's not even being picky. It's just like, I don't want nobody wasting my time. Like, a lot of guys act like they want to be in relationships, and then like, when you start talking to them, that's when they start being like, oh no, it's not really like that. Like they give you all these excuses, and you're like, okay, why didn't you tell me that before?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or some guys, they don't really know what they want. And then when they start dating you, they get They get intimidated and they feel like they can't handle the full scope of who you are and what you come with. I'd say that we're not, that we're perfect, but you know, we have a lot to offer. And sometimes I feel like nowadays in currently certain men they can't handle certain things.
No, they can't. They can't. I mean,
And they want something. They want easy things, and
They don't want to lie.
I don't know her. I don't really listen to her music, but certain females, especially recording artists, they make it hard because they making these songs they coming out with, trying to make it seem like this is normal. It's normal to be a side piece or whatever.
Yeah.
You heard about that song by this girl named SZA? I don't know, some weekend thing. Like I'm hearing stuff about that, and I'm just like, look, talking about my man is your man and your man is my man. I was like, cause I listened to it because I was just hearing a lot about it like throughout the media. I was like, let me just like understand like what's really going on. She's like supposed to be a new recording artist. When I heard it, I was like, oh no,
I didn't hear.
I was like, not in this lifetime.
Nothing. The society makes it like okay.
Yeah. Nothing. Like, and it's like when you know what you want, and not to be picky, because we're not picky. I just feel like we just have our own standards of what we like.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's okay, but I feel like some people just think it as like, oh, you're not picky, or you just gotta settle. No. Why do I have to settle? Guys don't settle. They definitely don't settle. They go after what they want. It's like, why can't females go after what they want? They have to settle for. Like, guys will make excuses, and we have to be like, okay, well, at least he's trying. No.
Yeah. And but
if you expect me to be a certain way, then I expect you to be a certain way.
Plus, if a guy wants something, he's gonna go after it, no matter what. And certain guys, like me, will try to pursue me. But I'm like, I know you're not the one. Not to say like that, but just like,
yeah.
You know when you feel it, like, oh no. You know, like, there's certain things, and I believe we give certain people chances. Even though some of y'all say I don't, but I do. I do.
Now you do.
Now I do, but before I wasn't. Right?
Before you weren't. I think you were so quick to be like,
Like, no, I was though.
I think being picky, it's not a bad thing. It's really not.
It's having standards. And I don't think anyone should settle for less.
No, they don't.
And it's not all about looks. It's just more so like, we're talking about who the guy is on the inside. Like, who he is. Like, the makeup of who he is. Yeah.
Exactly. Because underneath all that, he could be a douchebag.
Exactly. Who wants that?
Exactly.
I dated guys who were good looking, but the insides, girl, bye.
It's not.
It was just like, I don't have time to talk to you either. All right, I don't care how you look. And I dated guys who were okay, and they had great personality, but they just
weren't what you look for.
Yeah, they just weren't what I was looking for. Like, it wasn't that.
It wasn't that exciting, like like you see yourself with them.
Like I see myself with them. So
I'm having like so much with this.
What's that one?
It's a deep fried spicy tuna roll. You want to taste?
Yeah, that tastes good.
It's deep fried, girl. Anything deep fried is good.
No, you put me on to something. But I don't know. When I was so close dating myself, I felt very relaxed because I took a lot of time, like, just bringing into my thoughts, talking to God, reading the Word, and just And this is real talk. This is not like,
Yeah.
This is exactly what I was doing, and just talking to him because
Try to guide you.
yeah, and I just spent a lot of time just trying to sort out my thoughts and what is it that exactly that I'm
He's
like,
looking for it.
and then be dating myself, like like just trying to figure out who I am,
Yeah.
like what I need to work on, also.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because, like,
You
you don't want to rush into anything.
Yeah.
You want to make sure whoever that you're ready in that mindset to like date that person, and not just date them because society is telling you to date them. With me, I took myself out on a date. I went to the movies and I went to go see. Oh my God, why can't I think of that movie? Daddy's Home too. And it's just relaxing just to like go by yourself. Don't have to feel pressured, and you do. You don't have to feel pressured.
Yeah.
It's mostly just doing what you do, like enjoying yourself, your company, and just like just chilling. Just trying to like find who you are, because you need to know who you are before you go into a relationship. You don't want to go into a relationship and end up like the person they expect you to be, or trying to change you. Because I don't want to get into a relationship changing anyone,
And vice versa. You don't want anyone trying to change you.
exactly.
So, and plus, once you know who you are and then you're comfortable with just being alone, being single, that's when things will just come.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, though. Like, for me, it took me a while to, like, enjoy my singleness. I was low-key upset. Like, but it was, like, within, because it's been 4 years overall, but first 2 years were just, like, really? Like, there's nobody out there? Like, all these guys that's approaching me, and I'm just, like...
Not interested.
Nah, and it wasn't even about being picky at all. It just, but it was God's timing. It's all in God's timing, because I'm just like, no. And I'm talking about these were guys that were good looking in the church. You're laughing because girl. In the church. A hot mess.
I know.
With a capital H. Hot mess, And I'm just like, wow. And you can't even like think that you're gonna get you a good man within, not the same thing, like of course we want a man of God, but some men in the church, some, not all, but there's some men in the church that who saying that they one thing and
doing a whole
different thing, living a whole different lifestyle, and you gotta watch out for those type of dudes also, because it woke me up.
I know. I mean, just because they, like I said, just because they go to church, you don't know who's playing church or who's really
about that life. Yeah. And eventually,
you have to be very careful.
You'll find out what's what.
You need to stay your ground, because you don't want to be in a headspace where you're like, oh my God, I just want to be with somebody.
Yeah, and then you think when you like leaving the world and going into church, like, okay, let me find a good guy. Like, no, they're all up in the church.
All worse, because they,
yeah. Some of them are worse.
Some of them are worse.
Some of them are worse. Like, I can't even think about it because I'm just like, I can't. So I hate eating the tail part of the shrimp and bar because it's always breaking them.
You're trying to look cute on the camera to eat it. As I'm sitting here,
I
just
can't look
slicing
cute.
them. I'm like, girl, why you slicing your? Listen. I mean, I think we're on the right track, just taking our time. I
think we're on a better headspace.
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, a lot of things is going on with me. Not a lot of things going on with me, but I mean, like, friends and family that's getting married and all that stuff, or in a relationship, they're looking at me like, okay, so when is yours? Like, relax.
Girl, every month you're in a new wedding. I can't believe it. Like, Natasha, my cousin getting married. Oh, guess what? My other cousin. I'm like, which cousin? I thought the other cousin was getting married now. Like, girl. But I understand how you feel. Like, there's just pressure all around.
And also, I was thinking lately, like, even if I do get in a relationship, right? Like, how soon are you supposed to, like, expect to be getting married?
You can't think about it like that.
I know.
Because it depends on the relationship. Some people get married right away.
I know.
Within 3 months. Like, this is the one I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. So, you know?
Yeah.
But, you can't think of it like that.
But sometimes I get in that headspace, like, okay, if I get with this guy, like, how long do I have to be in a relationship with him?
And you know one thing we gotta take out of our mind, like anytime like we start talking to somebody, start dating, you think about too much of the future. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I think I'm starting to do that. Like, not thinking about that, but before I was like, could I see myself with him? You know, like,
I mean, we're human, so.
You know, we're supposed to see yourself. You're supposed to see yourself with that person, but
Yeah. But I think it makes it more easier.
when you don't think like that,
Yeah.
and it just flows.
I'm gonna definitely put in the video. I'm not really good with chopsticks, so don't judge me.
Look at me. I'm a hot mess with this chopstick. Look at this. I'm like, what is this? I can't. Look.
You're like, why is she cutting up her arrow? Because I can't see him like, I did it in the first 2 takes, and I'm like, let me stop. But yeah.
Wasabi is going straight up my nose.
I say it's okay to start decorating, and they say officials
Yeah, but
sell more than 300,000 Christmas trees per year.
let's just keep it real. Like, honestly, what are you looking for? Let's just keep it real. What are you looking for, period?
You know what I started realizing? Whatever I'm looking for, I should make sure.
So you equate that, yeah. That's true.
Because
vice versa, yeah, you're right.
I'm saying, like, I had to really, like, yeah, I want all these qualities in the guy, but I had to make sure that I equate to it, because I'm saying, like, oh yeah, I want somebody to be consistent, and I'm like, okay, I'll make sure I'm consistent. You know what I mean? I want somebody to be affectionate. I had to make sure I'm affectionate. You know what I mean? And to me, it's kind of like, okay, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you really have, because I'm so used to just being by myself and doing my own thing at my own time. I don't have to check in with nobody. So when you're in a relationship, it's like, okay, hey babe, yeah, this weekend I had da da da. You can't just be like, yeah, da da da, and then, oh yeah, I got this thing to go to, and he's looking at you like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to make sure you have time for them and all that stuff. So
It's different when you're in a relationship.
yeah.
And that's why I feel like I agree with you on that part with, you know, because when you're so used to being single, it's like you're just living, you know, for you, and that's it. But when somebody else is involved, it's like, okay, wait a minute, I have to think about this person. I gotta. And we've both been single for a while, so it's like,
Yeah.
when we do get in that relationship, how would that be?
Yeah. And I think I'm so like, I want to hear what guys gotta say to like mold myself, which that's like the wrong way to go. To try to mold yourself into making yourself, what do you call it? Like, attracted to that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you try to get like, okay, what do guys look for in a female? And they start telling you this is what they're looking for, and then you try to like mold yourself in a way to like get that attention, which it shouldn't be like that. It should be like they should be into you. Once they see you, they see what they like, and they move on.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, of course, you have to like dress the part, period, for yourself. You know,
Yeah.
like make sure that you're presentable
And you're comfortable in your skin.
in your skin. But whoever's going to be attracted to you is going to be attracted to you. You don't have to put on a show or act like you're this and that and this and that
Yeah,
just because
yeah.
you get that guy. No. At the end of the day, the man for you is going to be
The
for
man for
you.
yeah.
And that's
but
it. Like you don't
we
have
get,
to,
you know,
we
have
do get caught up.
with
No,
society.
trust me.
You be
we
like,
do.
okay.
And I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Like it's times when back in the days in the past, like you want to be like, okay, yeah, presentable, say the right things, but it's all a game in the beginning.
Yes, it
so you're
is.
gonna say all the right things, but you know deep down inside that you're like, look, I'm just trying to, make you really entertain into me.
Yeah.
And then, but see, that's kind of bad. Like, it's
I
not like
know,
we're trying to
it's-
like make the guy really into you, but we're just, you know, like we're not gonna give you our full self in the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, it's the
We
same
end
with
up
them.
turning crazy after he said, "I love you." Oh, you love me? All right. Look at the craziness. I'm crazy. Like this is who you love.
Yeah.
Okay, but.
You love
It's
me?
like if you show them the crazy
Listen,
in the
I'm
beginning.
really crazy right now. If you don't pick up your phone, I'm gonna stand right outside your door or show up at your job.
And anybody can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Like, trust me. Like, anybody can vouch for that. Like, in the beginning, you're not going to show the guy your true, and it goes for men too. Your true self. Because you're trying to play that part. You play that role. But I feel like where I'm at right now, I'm just going to be as transparent as possible. I mean, personal wise, like getting personal with them. You don't get personal with anybody. Like you're gonna get personal with somebody who you feel comfortable getting personal with. But what I'm saying is, I will have like right now, like I will have more of a level of transparency than I did in the past. In the past, it was just like
You put up like
a
a wall.
wall. I did put up a big wall. Very nonchalant about certain things, and I almost acted like I was like picture perfect too. And a lot of guys, they told me that, like, oh, you're such, you know, like, do you ever get married? Do you ever? I'm like, you don't know me. I'm crazy. But I can't say that. I can't talk like that for my ex-boyfriends because they know, like, I'm
Girl.
like the ones I got serious with. Like, look, but actually in the dating, while we were dating, I did show them that side. So I can't say that.
You
But
didn't show it, yeah.
yeah, but
in the beginning, it's
in
like,
the beginning, it's
I
just
can't
like,
show you
yeah, you're sweet. Well, you know, a little feistiness to you, but you don't want to go too in.
Some guys be like, I'm intimidating. And I'm like, how am I intimidating?
Yeah.
What did I do? It's like, yeah.
You don't have to do anything. Like sometimes men is just like this by like a female's like I can say with us like our presence can be intimidating. The way we walk, how we enter a room, how we speak, how we present ourselves, like what we talk about, and our mindset.
Yeah.
You know, like it's going to naturally be intimidating for some men.
Yeah.
And they won't know how to act.
Yeah.
The men that can't handle you.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're fine. Thank you. I'm really full. And I feel like with you, with men, when I feel like with you, it's like more so.
Thank you.
Like you really don't give them any.
Any time of day.
Yeah.
Nowadays about Brooklyn, it's one of the busiest shopping days of the year, and Brooklynites, they are out trying to get
Yeah,
the
it's just dating and
details,
like,
best deals at
it is what it is, but hey.
events happening around the borough.
I'm good. I'm good for now. I feel like now I'm just like I'm
Well, me,
content.
I'm putting myself out more.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to because, I don't know. not because I'm desperate for a man. I think I've experienced what I had to experience, and now I'm at that stage where I'm like, I know what I want. Because I've been on, dates where I'm like looking at the guy like, but I know what
As soon as he asked you out, like, no.
Exactly.
But I still go because I'm hungry.
Yeah, but I'm gonna still go out, put myself out there so it's more comfortable, more easier, and not thinking too much of like, can you be the one, or oh you don't compare to the that's another thing I have to stop doing is comparing. Like, you know how you see your ideal
Sometimes
boo thing,
yeah,
and
side eye. We don't want to
see your ideal boo thing, and you start comparing everybody to him. Like, no, you don't have this, or you don't have that.
You don't, not that tall.
What do you do for a living?
No, sorry. Wait, you don't work out.
Exactly.
No, stupid.
That's a big thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I need to work out.
Yeah.
I know I need to get to the gym too, but I'm just saying. We can work out together.
Yeah, but that's true though. Girl, we're gonna be alright. The single life is fine for now. It's fine for now. No, but I feel like I'm better than I was. You don't feel like I was?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you open up a bit more.
Yeah.
Because before you were like, no. But I feel like now you're like, let me just go out.
Let me
and
just go out,
see what's
yeah.
out there, because I think we get so caught up or wrapped up in like, okay, this is what I'm looking for, and he's not gonna come.
Like, hi,
Knocking
I'm
at the
Prince
door.
Charming.
Exactly. Sometimes you don't even know it's that person. So
Yeah.
just going out, just enjoying yourself, being more sociable, and seeing the crowds and who's out there. I think that's good than just like waiting in your house like he's
And that's
coming.
basically what I was doing. A little bit. I was
Just waiting
like
for him
that.
to knock at your door.
Because I was so adamant about like giving anybody any interest. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my gosh, like, like look what he's talking about. Look what, I was.
And sometimes
You know
you just
why?
go out and you just feel like, okay, if
Because-
he's talking about that, then
Because I really didn't want to make the choices that I made before in the past. That's what it was. I'm like, oh my gosh, I see too much hints. I see this, I see that. Like, I don't want to.
once you see it, that's how you know that it's better to go out more so you can see it and you can see the red flag and
Yeah.
then dismiss it early.
Because I'm like, I was just like so quick to be like, he reminds me of this person. No, I don't want to give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to talk to him because like he reminds me of this person.
Mm-hmm.
And
Get confirmation after you like see how this person is, then you're like, oh yeah, I knew I was right. Let me go. Because that's how I felt too. Like I saw some things in one guy and I was just kind of like, you remind me of. Yep, you do. All right, let me leave that alone. So
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. It's better to know. So when you see it coming, you're like, yeah, good.
I'm good. That's true.
Black Friday and also on Cyber Monday.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good too.
And we're gonna be good in this city.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this dating manual that this guy and see if it makes any truth. Thank you.
Any sense with certain things that you were saying. To get out, be social, meet people. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Things going on.